Are there not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble, because he sees the light of this world. But if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light is not in him. Jesus is saying there's a certain amount of time allotted for me to get to Jerusalem to die on the cross. I can't waste time. So we got to get going. And when they say 12 hours in a day, that's more or less, just like we say, there's about 12 hours of daylight, but it all depends on the season. It can be anything from a little over 10 hours to a little over 14 hours, but 12 hours a day when the light's shining. And Jesus said, we got to go while it's light. The time is wasting. Let's get going. If you wait till dark, everything's going to slow down. You'll stumble and you'll fall and you'll not get where you want to go. Particularly in a country in the first century where there's no artificial lighting. Pitch dark. He says, I haven't a lot of time decreed to me from God, and I can't waste time. I got to get to Jerusalem. So he set his face toward Jerusalem because he knew that's where he was going to die. Now, John the Apostle wrote these words. And in my opinion, there is no way that John did not want us to interpret the phrase, he sees the light of this world, in light of what Jesus said about himself. Now, the light of this world in the context here is the sun. As long as the sun's shining, the light of this world shines, and the light's in your eyes, you can see, let's go. But Jesus had just said he's the light of the world. He just talked about the light being in you. And it's not unusual for John to have a couple meanings by things that he says. He's reminding you, take advantage of the presence of Jesus, disciples. You have the light of the world in your midst. Don't forget that. Follow that light wherever it goes, even if it's back to Jerusalem.